What if I told you that the richest people in the world didn't just get lucky? They followed a simple wealth building secret, and that is real estate. For centuries, real estate has been the silent engine behind empires. Why? Because while stocks crash, currencies inflate, bricks and mortar endure. Why property wins long term? We are going to look at 3 things that makes real estate to stand out among most investments that are offered in the market. The first thing is that it hedges against inflation. Every time when you complain about inflation, is because rent values have gone up, is because food prices have gone up. But truth is, for those who are receiving rentals, they are getting the advantage. As the inflation goes up, rent goes up, and they are getting the benefit. And those are people who have invested in real estate. Now, the second thing that we are going to look at is stocks versus real estate. I know that a lot of investors, they invest in stock, but I just want to make this comparison so that you see the advantages of being in real estate, right? Now, stocks are quite volatile. So for anyone who invests in stocks, it could be ETFs, it could be a specific stock of a company that you think you understand. They are quite volatile. Today, the CEO is feeling well, tomorrow the CEO is not feeling well, and you lose the most value of your stocks. So you don't want to take that risk all the time. It will give you heartaches, it will give you BP. But with land is finite. You can't live inside a stock certificate. But with land, you are certain that that is something that you are always going to see, that is something that will always be there. But with stocks, you can literally lose everything. Now we are going to compare savings accounts versus real estate. Most savings accounts, they can't give you anything more than 3%. We know that in the market, at best, when there is a problem of liquidation within the market, maybe it can go up to 5%. But for most savings account, you can't get more than that. But with land or with real estate, it's totally different. We know that the world over real estate has consistently over the years produced returns worth at least 10%. In some areas, it can go way beyond 10%. It depends on where the market is at the time. I want us to look at the 4 global wealth levers when it comes to real estate. What are we looking at? When we say invest in real estate, what are the things that are going to pay you? What are the advantages of investing in real estate? The first thing that we look at is cash flow, where most of the people invest in real estate really for cash flow. You are looking at your monthly rentals so that you can pay your bills. So with monthly rentals, you are most certain with real estate that on a monthly basis, there will be something that is coming in at the end of the month. Every once in a while, you get a tenant who comes in, they leave. Maybe you are a month without a tenant, but you are rest assured that if you are in a good market, you are always going to be having a tenant who pays bills. The second advantage is appreciation over time. So not only are you receiving the rentals on a monthly basis, but every now and then when government makes some developments around your property, you might get an evaluator coming in and saying, look, your property has appreciated by 100,000. You haven't done anything. You haven't planned anything, no strategy, nothing. You just get appreciation over time. That is why some of the richest people in the world rely on real estate, because they know that there is consistent growth in their investments over time. Now, the third thing that we are going to look at are the tax benefits. We know that unlike most investments, real estate offers the most tax reliefs. You can literally avoid paying tax through real estate because it allows for a lot of deductions to be made. We know that you can deduct your depreciation, which is not really money moving from your account. It's just an accounting figure that you put there, and you can depreciate your asset by 20% to 25%. This reduces the amount of money that will be seen as profit, where your taxes are going to be coming from. You can also reduce your cost of renovating the property. You are also allowed to deduct the interest that you pay to the bank. We know that a lot of wealthy people, they take on a lot of debt to acquire this real estate, so they pay a lot of interest. Now, you are allowed to deduct the entire amount of interest that you pay to the bank. so that your profits can then reduce. We have heard a lot of stories about guys like Donald Trump, people saying they're not even paying tax because they are highly involved in real estate, and they understand these things. These are things that are permitted by the law. It's not that they are evading tax, they're just avoiding tax. It's there for everyone to understand. So if you are in real estate and you are not taking advantage of all of this tax benefit, you are losing out, because you are allowed to deduct everything so that you pay lesser taxes in real estate. That is an advantage. Now, the fourth thing that we are going to be looking at, we are going to be looking at leverage. There are so many people who are in real estate. They use banks money to grow 10x faster. So how do they do that? It's a very simple model. You know that you can get a loan. The bank says that we want you to pay 10,000 rands every month on this loan, and if you can pay 10,000 rands and you are receiving rentals in excess of 10,000, you can always go back to the bank and say, let us do it again, because from what you had assessed me on, I'm actually making more from the rentals. And you keep on repeating the process until now you are 10x faster in terms of growing your income. So depending on where you are, you might see a rise in appreciation, you might see a rise in rental, but either way, you are getting a benefit. In some countries, you see that the tax reductions and the benefits are way greater than in other areas. So it doesn't really matter in which part of the world you are, you will always get some benefit when it comes to real estate. So I want to give you an assignment as we close this particular chapter. I want you to Google property price trends in your city for the last 10 years, and then come back and tell us what you have seen. I'm certain that you will be shocked.